Peace and blessings, world. It's your boy Kalani Star with Kalani Star Presents Hood Scholarship. Now I'm going to get straight into the meat and potatoes of this quick response video. A supposed Jewish rabbi and myself were supposed to debate on the origins of Eden, a story from Sumer or a Jewish tradition. I'm defending the stance as the origins of Eden come from Sumer. Now the debate was scheduled for Sunday, February 18th, 2024. To no surprise of mine, he didn't show. So the following morning, I wake up to a quote-unquote response video where he goes on a 40-minute boring attempt to back his claims. So let's respond to his response. Now, being that my picture is the thumbnail and he's talking about me, I had to watch it. The first thing that stood out to me was the tablet he chose as a picture during the video, which belongs to the Enuma Elish. This, however, is a text we find from the Akkadian Empire in the 13th century BCE, not Sumerian. Then he went into his one and only source, but he prefaced it with
no further ado, I am going to start reading the Garden of Eden from the World History Encyclopedia. And it pretty much sums up what many hood scholars such as Kalani Star does not understand.
So now let's get into exactly what it is that I don't understand. The source he used was from the World Encyclopedia, and it's an article by Benjamin T. Lay. The first thing that stood out to me was in the second paragraph where Lay states, Tigris and Euphrates, which are well known in ancient Mesopotamia for the production of irrigation systems in the surrounding area. Its location then should be placed somewhere in Mesopotamia. So far, it seems as if his source is actually backing my claims. He then goes on to say,
I really think having a debate about the origin of Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden in the biblical narrative, comparing that to the Sumerian paradise of the gods, are in no relation to each other.
The first mistake he made was referencing the paradise of the gods, which he'd later go on to speak about the land of Dilmun. We can find the story of Dilmun in the Epic of Gilgamesh, a text written in the 3rd dynasty of Ur that could date as far back as 2100 BCE. However, this is still not the tablet that references the Garden of Eden. So assuming I'm referring to the Epic of Gilgamesh instead of the Kharsag epics shows his lack of knowledge on the subject. I'll present these tablets and how to find them and their translations in our debate. The text I will be referencing is dated to 2800 to 2600 BCE and is written in archaic Sumerian, predating his reference, the Epic of Gilgamesh, by over 500 years. Throughout the video, he continued to reiterate,
we as Jews know this. We as Jews know this.
Well, being he is of Jewish faith, and as he states, we as Jews know this, then why does he not know that in the Jewish Virtual Library on jewishvirtuallibrary.org, it states in reference to the Garden of Eden, the name Eden has been connected with Akkadian Edenu, but this word, extremely rare in Akkadian, is borrowed from the Sumerian Eden and means plain, steppe, desert.
We as Jews know this. We as Jews know this.
Now, I'm not sure if the brother is able to comprehend what he's reading, but his one and only source from the World Encyclopedia, an article by Benjamin T. Lay on the Garden of Eden, is in agreement with my premise. But I saved the best for last, the death blow. This is when he cut himself midway through his video, when he is reading directly from his source, the article from Benjamin T. Lay, and he reads,
Generally accepted in modern scholarship, Genesis chapter 1 through chapter 11 is labeled as the primordial history, which include mythologies and legends that were very common, not just in Israel, but throughout the ancient Near East. These myths and legends are not Israelite in origin, but were adopted by the biblical writers for either polemical reasons or rhetorical reasons and purposes.
What did he say?
These myths and legends are not Israelite in origin.
Now, the brother must have realized his mistake because he hit us with the ill stutter at the end. But why would he still publish the video after the fact? I'll tell you why. Because reading comprehension is at an all-time low. He literally cut himself with his own source. So in conclusion, I really feel no need to debate him on the subject anymore. He showed his stupidity with a lack of reading comprehension, let alone a lack of knowledge on the subject entirely. Maybe next time I'll be able to line up a worthy contender. But until then, peace and blessings, family.
These myths and legends are not Israelite in origin.